There are so many things that make the Netherlands special.
We are on a quest to experience as much of it as possible while visiting our daughter who lives here and taking Cassandra's father, who's from the Cayman Islands, on the European trip of a lifetime. This is our Netherlands story about our explorations and our family's connections with this beautiful land.
So today we are in Arnhem, Netherlands, and it's a relaxing day, quite different from our other busier days in cities. So this is a beautiful location. It's towards the east side of the country in Arnhem, and we're at the Open Air Museum. So over the decades, they have relocated farmhouses, windmills, other buildings from around the Netherlands into one location. And I'm not even sure how large the area is, but you walk around in about 5 or 6 different villages, so you can observe what traditional Dutch life was many, many years ago, all in one location. So I think it's Saturday today, and it's been really nice just strolling from building to building and learning about the history. It's just really gorgeous here. You enjoying yourself?
Oh yes. And we're about to go up into another windmill right back behind us here. And another thing, you can see all the fall colors. What a perfect time of year to be here. And another favorite thing of mine today was that we had poffertjes, mini pancakes. My first time having fresh poffertjes. So we'll show you those in this video as well. It was a good experience, especially in this location, this environment.
On a beautiful Saturday in October, we decided to spend the day at the Openluchtmuseum, or Open Air Museum, in Arnhem. It was about a 37-minute train ride from Utrecht Centraal to Arnhem Centraal Station, and then about a 10-minute bus ride from the station to the Openluchtmuseum stop. From the bus stop, it was about a 5-minute walk through some beautiful trees with fall colors to get to the entrance of the museum. Tickets to enter the museum were €11 with an additional €1 discount for purchasing the tickets online, which we thought was an excellent value.
Upon entering, there is a large gift shop on the left, a large cafe on the right, and an exhibition on the lower floor called the Canon of Dutch History. We started with this exhibition and found it to be truly impressive. This exhibition has many displays with films, props, and hands-on activities, telling stories about important people and events across 10 successive periods of Dutch history. There is a tremendous amount of information here, and we encourage anyone visiting this museum to spend some time exploring this area. There is also a Canon of the Netherlands website that presents a lot of this information and can be viewed in various languages, including English. Please see the web address in the caption below.
We exited the building onto a large patio where we could look around and see gorgeous fall colors, a windmill in the distance, and a tram approaching, ringing its bell to announce its arrival. It is a large park, so we decided to hop on the tram, which allows visitors to hop off at any of the several different stops throughout the park. The different trams that run throughout the park are all historic, preserved trams that were once in service in different parts of the Netherlands. The tram that we went on is from the Rotterdam Electric Tram Line, the RET, that started service in 1929. Information about these trams can be found on the Openluchtmuseum website.
We hopped off the tram at a village of historic buildings where there were workshops filled with old tools. There were shops of various types and old homes showing some of the traditional styles of construction. It was a beautiful, peaceful walk through this quiet village.
You can see it's relocated in 1993, so it used to be right here.
Then we walked into a small town where there were several shops, including a delicious smelling bakery that we just couldn't resist. There were many types of fresh breads here and yummy treats. We probably would have bought several if we didn't already have plans to go to the Poffertjes or mini pancake restaurant for lunch. This was my first time eating fresh poffertjes, and they were absolutely delicious. It was also our first time seeing someone make poffertjes in large batches. Quite impressive.
After an indulgent lunch of warm puffertjes, we walked around the rest of the village, where there were several beautiful gardens and historic buildings, transitioning to a riverfront community complete with bridges, windmills, and traditional Dutch homes. A highlight for us was visiting a sheep pasture with some very cute, fluffy, and friendly sheep. They were grazing in a pasture in the shadow of the windmills, making for an incredibly peaceful and beautiful scene.
Deze vindt het wel leuk.
This little brown sheep was especially friendly, enjoying any little bit of grass that we offered to him. And he rewarded us by allowing us to pet him and boop his soft little nose. He even licked a bit of cinnamon sugar off of our fingers. We still had some left over from the puffertjes. So Scott decided to name him Cinnamon.
I smell like sugar. Do you like sugar?
Boop.
Let's see if I have salt. Sugar all the way.
After reluctantly leaving my little friend Cinnamon, we took a closer look at some of the windmills. One of these was a refurbished sawmill. Mills like this were important for shipbuilding and building wooden homes in the Netherlands. Another was a very large drainage mill called a polder mill that could pump up to 60,000 liters of water per minute. A polder is a low-lying piece of land that was reclaimed by draining the water into surrounding dikes or small canals, and windmills like this pumped out the water and helped keep the land dry. The large windmill in the distance here is called the Stellingmolen, or tower mill, and we will visit this one shortly.
Next, we walked along a lane lined with beautiful trees and visited the farm section of the park. Here we found a very large and happy pig crunching on things that it was digging up. Then we walked past several historic farm buildings and farm homes with thatched roofs made of reeds. This is a traditional building style found in many parts of the Netherlands that provides excellent insulation against hot and cold weather. After touring the farm section of the park, we walked along the other side of the riverfront village, where the fall colors were just incredible. Along this shoreline stands Der Hausermolen, a standard post mill that grinds grain into flour. This mill was transported and refurbished here from the Hausen region of the Netherlands, where it was built around the year 1665.
We continued our walk along the beautiful tree-lined paths toward the tallest windmill in the park, the magnificent Stellingmolen, which is a smock mill or tower mill that has a very tall body and a cap that rotates with the wind. The name of this specific mill is Het Fortuin, or the Fortune, and was built in 1696 in Delft, Netherlands, where it ground grain for local bakers for about 200 years. All right.
All right, you
We'll
really
show-
going to go back up?
Oh yeah, we're going up.
Okay.
Here we go. See you there. Here we are. Top of the windmill. Look at these amazing fall colors. And back down to the bottom. Climbing up into this immense windmill was an amazing experience, especially with the incredible fall colors and views overlooking the open-air museum. My family waited patiently for me at the bottom, content with relaxing for a while on this beautiful autumn day.
After visiting the Stellingmolen, we had a short walk through a tranquil forest and then found ourselves at the perfectly manicured Baroque garden, inspired by the book Den Nederlandsen Hovenier, or The Dutch Gardener, by Jan van der Groen, the gardener of Prince William III, published in 1670. Then we walked to one of our favorite parts of the park, the Kindererf, or Children's Farm Yard. Here there are many learning activities and traditional Dutch games. There was even a cow milking station that used water instead of milk. You can see that we enjoyed this. There were also fruit and vegetable gardens, a worm hotel, and outdoor games like hoop rolling and walking on stilts. We were all intrigued by the stilts, and my dad was one of the first to try it. Then our daughter gave it a try. And so did Scott. 3 generations of people in our family doing their best to walk on stilts. That's pretty impressive.
The day ended with a beautiful walk along the edge of tree-lined fields back toward the front of the park, where we had one last look at the gorgeous fall colors. We saw and learned a lot at the Arnhem Openluchtmuseum, but it is a large park, about 44 hectares or 100 acres in area, and we feel like there's still a lot more to see. We will certainly be coming back for another visit.
In our next episode, we go to Amsterdam, the capital and largest city in the Netherlands. We walk from Amsterdam Centraal Station, past many beautiful canals, to the location of the Westerkerk, or Western Church, and the Anne Frank House. Then we spent a couple of hours walking through the Anne Frank house and learning about her family's tragic story of how they hid here from Nazi persecution during World War II. Afterwards, we take a canal cruise, which was absolutely amazing with the fall colors in the trees and the colorful houses lining the canals. We had a beautiful day in Amsterdam, and you will definitely want to see this episode.
Please subscribe to our channel because it helps keep us going and ensures that you will know when our new videos are released. Thanks for following along.